Hey you guys, if you're starting a photography business and you want it to actually make money, not just book a few sessions here and there are three pillars you need to focus on that almost no one talks about. When I first started my photography business, I did what most photographers are told to do. I ran model calls, I posted constantly on social media, I booked friends and family, and it worked for a while. But it was exhausting, it wasn't predictable, and it definitely wasn't built for long-term profitability. So when we unexpectedly moved from San Diego to Austin, I had the opportunity to start over. And this time I decided I was going to build my photography business differently, with intention, with strategy, and with profitability in mind from day one. And the difference between those two approaches completely changed how my business runs. If we haven't met before, I'm Lindsay. I'm a family, newborn, and branding photographer based in Austin, Texas. Over the years, I built my business around intent-based marketing, which simply means I attract clients who are already searching for what I offer instead of chasing them down. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to start a photography business that actually makes money, especially if you're brand new. And at the end, I'm going to show you my real numbers from last year, how many inquiries I received, how many bookings came from that, and what my booking rate actually was. Because I don't want this to be theory. I want you to see how this works in real life. Okay, let's get started. The first pillar of starting a photography business that actually makes money is your marketing strategy. And not just any marketing strategy. You need one that attracts the right clients and works in the background. For me, that's intent-based marketing. What does this mean? It means focusing on SEO and Google search ads. Together, they position you in front of people who are already looking for a photographer. You're not interrupting someone while they're scrolling. You're capturing demand instead of trying to create it. Interruptive marketing says, hey, look at me. Intent-based marketing says, I'm here when you're ready. And when someone is actively searching for a photographer, they're usually doing research. They're comparing websites, they're looking at style, they're checking pricing, they're asking themselves, does this feel like a fit? So by the time they land on your website, fill out your inquiry form, half the work is already done. They've seen your work, they've read your pricing, they've connected with you. And what does that mean when you're starting a photography business? Your booking rate goes up. You're not convincing someone they need photos. You're helping someone who already decided they do. And I'm going to show you my actual inquiry numbers and booking rate at the end of this video so you can see exactly what I mean. The other thing I love about this strategy is that once your SEO is in place and your Google Ads are set up correctly, they don't require constant daily attention. They work in the background, which means you're not glued to your phone trying to post every day. You're not relying on friends and family to refer you. You have a system bringing in inquiries while you're shooting, editing, or spending time with your family. If you want to understand how intent-based marketing actually works inside a photography business, not just in theory, I teach a free class where I break it down step by step. I walk through how it fits into your business as a whole, what to focus on first, and I end with a full walkthrough of setting up your first Google search ad. I'll link that below. Okay, the second pillar of starting a photography business that actually makes money is pricing for profitability. It sounds obvious, but so many photographers skip this step, and honestly, the first time around I skipped it too. I looked at what other photographers were charging in my area and priced myself slightly lower. Please, please, please don't do this. If you build the marketing system we just talked about and start attracting high quality inquiries, you do not want to become busy on faulty pricing. That's one of the fastest paths to burn out. When you price yourself lower, you're competing in the most crowded part of the market. Everyone is trying to be the affordable option. But when you price yourself based on value and profitability, you move into a smaller pool of photographers who are positioning themselves as professionals, not the cheapest option. Higher pricing filters for clients who value photography, respect time, and are ready to invest. You don't need everyone. You need the right ones. And I love something Sue Bryce teaches about this. She says, imagine your left hand represents what you're giving. Your time, your energy, your editing hours, your weekends. And your right hand represents what you're receiving, income, compensation, and growth. For a business to be healthy, those two need to be in balance. But so many photographers have their left hand way forward. They overgive, they include extras, they discount, they stretch themselves thin, and their right hand is tucked behind their back. They think if they just over-deliver enough, clients will insist on paying more, but it doesn't work that way. You have to put your right hand forward. You have to say what your pricing is, because if your pricing isn't correct, you become dependent on volume to make the numbers work, and volume without profit leads to exhaustion. If you want a step-by-step breakdown on how to price yourself profitably, I have a full video on that and I'll link it below. Okay, the third and final pillar of starting a photography business that actually makes money is building a client experience that retains clients. A healthy business doesn't just attract new clients, it keeps them. There are lots of small ways to improve retention. Referral programs, reaching out around milestones, offering mini sessions to past clients first. But the biggest shift comes when you intentionally map out your entire client experience. Every email, every touch point, every boundary. When I did this inside my CRM, which is a client relations management system. I personally use HoneyBook, but there are tons of them out there. Anyway, when I did this inside my CRM, everything changed. I showed up more professionally. Money stopped feeling awkward. Boundaries felt helpful instead of rigid. I saved time, I felt calmer, and my retention rate increased. Marketing brings them in, pricing makes it sustainable, experience makes it repeatable. Now, let me show you what this looks like inside my own business. We're going to hop off and go behind the scenes. Okay, you guys, so this is a report that I downloaded from HoneyBook, which is all of my 2025 leads that were from Google. And you can see at the bottom there's 182. So if we remember that number, and then we actually look at the number of files booked, so the number of jobs I had, you get 96. This is also from HoneyBook. You can see the year is 2025. So we take 96 and divide that by 182, which were the leads from the other page, and you get 52%. So that is my booking rate from Google, which is really high and awesome. The other number I wanted to show you, which I feel like is just really powerful, is my traffic on my website. So this is the back of my website, and I have this plugin called Google Site Kit, and it brings numbers straight from Google Analytics and puts it in this nice chart. And I just really like looking at my numbers this way. So what's cool about this is I can look at specific pages. So if I go to my website and go to my family photography sales page, which is one of the landing pages for one of my Google ads, I'm going to copy and paste that and put it right here. And then we can examine and see, let's see, 90 days. Okay, In the last 90 days, I got 337 visitors on that page. And you can see down here that paid search is the yellow bar and accounts for 59.6 of those 337 visitors. So basically my Google ad counts for over half of the number of visitors on that page. Now this is actually a horrible time of year to be showing you this because here is November, which you can see is just ending the busy time of year. And so the trajectory is going down. If I showed you like August through October, this number would probably double. But I just wanted to show you how powerful the Google ad is because it's accounting for over half the traffic on my family photography page. And that means that people that are coming in through my Google ad, they're not coming to my homepage or having to search around. They're coming to a page that was built to give them the exact information that they're looking for. So it's quicker for them and it's quicker for me. So it's just a really powerful number to look at. Okay, thanks so much. Okay, I hope those numbers inspired you. If you focus on these 3 pillars from the beginning, you won't just start a photography business. You'll start one that actually makes money. If this was helpful, like and subscribe. And if you want to dive deeper into intent-based marketing, make sure you check out the free class linked below.